Ugh. It's been only a handful of days. And yet, we've done so much. Alright, I'm bored of waiting. Let's start. Hello! Welcome back! It's me, the guy who mods Halo way too much. How's it going, guys? Hope you've been well. Good, now let's finish this. We can release maps. Yes, my plan is, as long as everything goes smoothly today, which it should, there's not much left to do, we're going to do the playtest tomorrow. Hopefully that'll work out good for most people. And we can do another one over the weekend, ideally. It'll be so good, man. In the last couple of days, we've completely revamped the entire Flood Sandbox. And today we're going to finalize and lock all that in. That means we're going to finish the very last object, which is practically complete at this point. And on top of that, we're going to go ahead and add, you work Wednesday through Saturday? Well, then we'll do a second playtest on Sunday. W. We're going to need multiple playtests anyway, because I'm going to do this playtest tomorrow. Then I'm going to fix all the AI bugs as much as I possibly can, and any other remaining missing pieces of content, little ones here and there. And then we'll do the final one on Sunday, and then hopefully we just release right after that. That would be massive. And we'll have all of this beautiful stuff here. Our gorgeous floor panels, which look like this on one side and this on the other side. All of these brand new Covenant-themed objects for our Flood Sandbox map. Look at all these. Look at all these, man. There's so many. It's beautiful. And our last piece that we're going to add in goes along with this tunnel over here. As you can see, you can create tons and tons of Covenant-themed stuff. But most importantly, these hallways are awesome. And we're going to finish these hallways by creating the connector room piece. So inside these hallways, they look like this. Very dark, very spooky. And you can place down doors at the beginning or end of them. And what we're going to do is create the connecting room. This sucks. Sorry, the mod's so lame and stupid. Guess I'll just delete it. Honestly, my bad. No, we have so much here. It's so awesome. This map is going to be actually so great. I can't wait to see what people are able to make with it. No device machines, not in Halo 3. Nope, sadly not. But look how good it all looks. It's so cool. I love it! And we just have one major piece left to do today, which I'm pretty excited about, actually. And I don't think it'll take too long. It should be pretty straightforward, just a little bit of physics modeling. And then, after I finish this last piece here in just a minute, we're going to put all of this onto the Forge menu. We're going to delete a bunch of the Halo Reach stuff, and we're going to add all of this beautiful, beautiful Flood-themed stuff onto the Forge menu. It's going to be awesome. Many purple things. Long purple. I mean, yeah, that's Covenant stuff for you. Pretty cool. I especially love these pieces. Something about these pieces I still think that is like just so peak. They're so awesome. You can shove these into a wall all over the place, and you can just make absolutely awesome stuff. I think what I want to do is get everything onto the Forge list and then try like going into the editor and just doing like a quick and dirty map and just test it for myself and see what the potential is like. That sounds awesome. That sounds so awesome. I gotta double check that my controller works today. Hold on. If my controller doesn't work, it's gonna be really hard to forge. Actually impossible. Please work, please work, please work, please work. Yeah, my controller works! Okay, massive. That means we can absolutely do that part. We need documentation on how this guy does his forge objects. Oh, it's pretty easy. I'll be happy to show you. It's nothing crazy. In fact, we're doing we're doing another forge object right now, the final one. Hopefully the final one. I know some people wanted me to do some kind of like gigantic Covenant tower thing, which this is AI slop. It's true. Only AI could generate content this good, this fast. It's true. I'm just an AI slop fiend. Mateus, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. Stream over, controller no work. Actually,
Stream over, controller no work.
No, it works. Sorry to break it to you, but it totally works, and Forge is going to be so awesome. It's going to be so cool, in fact, that everyone's going to clap. They're going to clap really, really hard, and they're going to give me $100 and a firm handshake, and they're going to say, more of that. They're going to say it just like that. This is definitely not me stalling while I just open up all my folders in the background. Which I totally did before streaming. I'm definitely not doing it the last possible minute right now. There we go. Okay, that one, and then lastly, you. Perfection. So this is our last Forge object. It's literally just the 4-way connector piece that is going to connect over to the hallway here, and overall should just work really nicely. Should be pretty cool. You need to make Halo 3 modding tutorials? I guess so. I don't think they would get very many views, but yeah, fair enough. Suppose we could do that. I'm not against it by any means. But let's finish this piece up really quickly. The sooner we finish this, the sooner we can get to actually filling out the Forge list and fixing everything. So let's do it. Easy peasy, dude. I was starting to burn out the other day because I was so hungry last night when I was trying to stream this, and it was brutal, but now it should be easy. I went to the store today. I went out into the ice, into the cold, and I got myself some coffee, and you know what? I feel great. I feel fantastic now. It was so cold. I was out there crying and pissing myself, but I made it. I powered through. I was so brave. Just so brave. Now let's clean that bit up. Clean that up. Yeah, we just gotta make a bunch of funny, silly, wacky, convex shapes here, and then we should be good to go. Let me make sure this worked well. It did, which means on this one, I can get rid of these pieces. I can't express to you guys how critical, if you are ever deciding to make a Forge object, it is so critical that you make your Forge objects actually optimized. If they're not, it's bad. It's actually bad if you don't. So watch this. I'm gonna try and fill in the volume here. I'm gonna make it flat on the bottom. Convex hole, boom, another convex hole piece. Very nice, very nice. So we got the doorway. We've got the entire side here. The last thing I guess I really have to do is make the floor. That's pretty straightforward though. Optimized how? So, the way that the Halo engine works, the most expensive, like resource-wise thing you can have is an object's physics model. So any object you interact with and walk on is going to be made out of invisible physics pieces that allow your player to walk and stand on them, and that's what I'm interacting with. When I bump into this, I'm not bumping into the purple textured model. That's an illusion. There's actually another invisible set of low poly shapes that I'm interacting with when I run into this. And if you're ever playing the game, the thing that's gonna overload your maps the most is gonna be physics models. That was the big issue I had back when I was doing my Halo 2 mod Extinction. I made the Halo 2 Scarab, but Halo 2 had a way lower limit for physics stuff. So people would have the Halo 2 Scarab vehicle I made, and they would run into it in like a Seraph or some other vehicle that I didn't do nearly a good enough optimized physics model on, and when the insanely complicated physics model of the Halo 2 Scarab would get hit by another way too complicated model from a vehicle like my Seraph, the game would go, ah, and then it would just start deleting stuff because it's overwhelmed because it's an old game engine. And that's still the limit's way higher in Halo 3, but the same rule still applies, which is why when you spawn in something like the Lich here in Halo 3, I optimized that physics model as much as I reasonably could, but it's still insanely huge and complicated. So stuff can despawn still in Halo 3 if you're not careful, which is why I'm trying my hardest here to make sure that all of the physics that I do are as optimized as possible. This is not even as optimized as it could be. I could actually optimize this further by like deleting these, for example, or not those, these here. Dissolve edges. No, I would have to put in more effort, whatever, but that's fine. This piece is not really gonna be stressing the game super hard or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do every corner piece. So basically my plan is we have the doorway and then the left side of it, and then I'm going to take all that and copy it 3 times to fill in the rest of the space here. And yeah, that should just work really easy. Super, super simple. So for this side here, I'm just going to grab all these edges, and we're going to do the top, like, round corner bit here. So we're going to grab all these, duplicate them, and separate them off into their own object, which becomes this one. And yeah, we just extrude up to here, extrude up to here, and just do that a bunch of times, basically. Boom. You just arbitrarily. Boom. Boom. The fun part about physics models that I actually really like is that they're pretty easy. They're pretty damn easy to just work with. That one. Whatever, it doesn't have to be perfect. So you go like that, and make sure that over there it's the same deal. Oh, I see where it went wrong. Hold on, we gotta delete those. So this one was supposed to go to there, I believe. No, wait, I had it right, but it was supposed to go boom, boom. And then these two can go up to here. And then we get this funny looking shape that looks like a bunch of creepy ass fingers. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to fill out the top of the, I want to fill out the top of the ceiling as well, as much as I reasonably can. So I'm going to go up. Down to here. Oh, I guess we had to turn that off. Go down to here. Here. And here, and the idea is that I could theoretically fill in like most of this space pretty easily. So like there to there. Basically, I'm just filling up space so that you can interact with this without having a ton of trouble. So I'll go boom, 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 and then boom, boom, boom. Me when I boom. All right, that shape. And now if I convex hold this right now, it would already do this, but I think we could do a little bit better matching the curvature. So I'm gonna switch my snap mode to volume. Not volume. We're gonna do face. Yeah, we're just gonna do face. And that lets me just kind of drag these wherever I want on the surface, which is super convenient, by the way. Love that. It looks like most of this is already taken care of as far as the top and sides go, but some overlap is not a bad thing. I'm going to go here, 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 here. At this point, I don't even care if they're perfect. It's literally whatever. Here, 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 here. And then in order to just make sure that these actually work really nicely, I'll go boom. And then boom. And then lastly, but not least, we'll do merge at last, merge at last. And then I could probably subdivide these and bring them up one more time, just so they kind of match the surface shape a little better. All right, let's give it a shot. Boom. Nice. That looks like it matches pretty well, save for these. Forgot to fix these. Merge at last, merge at last. Now, that is a nice shape. Look, it fills in a lot of the ceiling there, while also keeping the general shape of this exactly as it's supposed to be. Big physics moment, dude. Big physics moment. You'll love to see it. Honestly, it could be even more optimized. It really doesn't have to go that crazy, but I'm feeling lazy at this point. I've already done so many actually good physics models. I don't want to do anymore. I'm tired. So tired. So now we have this entire corner done. And what we can do next, I'm going to put a little cube right here for this little part of the ceiling. That should be pretty easy. We can just drag right there, drop a little cube, scale it up, separate it, easy peasy. Go there. Not bad. And then, I guess I'd probably drag it out a little bit. Nice. So that's all pretty good. I guess the last part I gotta do is just fill in the rest of the ceiling here. And then fill in the roof. That's it. Then I can just copy and paste these pieces a bunch. Can someone tell me about the playtest? I gotta go in like 2 minutes. It's gonna be tomorrow at the usual stream time, so expect about 6 to 7 p.m. Central Time. As long as I get everything done, it will be tomorrow. So I'm pushing for that. I can't promise it'll be 100% because things change, but it's looking like it should be really, really easily gonna happen. So let's join that, separate. I'd like to select this one vertex. Oh, I had it. I had it. There it is. All right, so we're going to take this to here. Kind of hard to see the shape of this. It looks like it's actually not even that concaved. I could probably get away with doing a quadrant thing for this. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to change my mind. We're going to delete that vertex. We're going to start here. We're going to go to the halfway mark right there. I'm just going to do a full-on quadrant system for this. So drag that to there. Another one over to there. Wherever the middle point is. And then, yeah, we just kind of go like this. We go boom to that middle piece. We go boom to that middle piece. And convex hull. However, this is the perfect opportunity. Why am I on set to the parent? Let's do global and then set our snapping mode to face. I'll do the same thing over here. So it looks like it goes all the way to there. That actually should be more than fine. Let's just bring it up to this as well. Bring these up to face volume. I think that might be okay. Yeah, that's actually super good. GX minus 5, GX minus 10. GX minus 10. Oh, GY 10. That should fill in the volume pretty comfortably. Let me just raise these up a little so that way it kind of fills in a little nicer. Maybe bring these down a little. That should be a little smoother. Very nice. It's a little messy, but it'll do. Alright, we're almost there, guys. Just joined us. This is the final forge object for the Flood Sandbox. It's the connecting room piece. So for the hallway system, we have a door object, we have a hallway object, and the final piece is this room right here. And we're just doing the physics model. We're basically done at this point, because this whole section I just did here, I'm going to be able to copy and paste around a bajillion times, and it'll be done. It's that easy. So, I guess I'm at the point where I could just start mirroring everything. Everything has its origin point set appropriately, so we just do generate mirror, X and Y axis. Like so. Apply. I'm going to do this to everything here. Generate, mirror, X and Y axis. I guess that Y axis technically wouldn't work for this one. We'll just do the opposite end real quick. Generate. These will work because they're in the corner. The door frame itself, though, will not. So we got to generate, mirror. No, we don't actually have to do it on that one. We're good. This one will work perfectly because any corner pieces will mirror flawlessly. This was another corner piece, easy. We just hit mirror, X and Y, apply. This one should... Yeah, looks like I haven't done this one yet, so we generate mirror X and Y. Looks like we're going to have to be a little bit more careful. Generate mirror Y. So this piece actually should be deletable now, right? Yeah, because that's mirrored. That's mirrored. And then this piece here needs to be mirrored too. X and Y, Y. And then lastly would be this floor piece here, which we would just generate once on the x-axis. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Alright, so we have the top pieces there, middle piece, corner piece, and delete that one. More corner, corner, side, corner, bottom. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So the last mirroring function we get to do here, if we hide these we can see, we nearly have the full thing. We just got to grab all of these door frame pieces here, like so. I think that's all of them. Oh, right, and this one on the inside. And it should be good. And then we'll just duplicate, rotate 90 degrees. And for the most part, the physics model is done. Obviously, now we just need to do the tube in the center, and then, yeah, tube in the center, and then the floor. Easy peasy. Metal cooler. Metal cooler. Metal cooler. Yeah, this is looking pretty cool, man. All right, last thing that I want to do here then is the floor. So let's just do that real quick. We'll just merge at center, and then set our thing to vertex snap. We'll put one vertex there, there. We'll basically just make an octagon, because we already have all the corners of everything else handled, so if I just do this, it's perfect. Extrude down to here so that it fills out the floor, and now we have a floor. Let's make sure it looks good, make sure it's solid. All right, convex hull. Metal cooler. Thank you for the 420. Where was the text to speech? Was it too strong? Where was the text? Metal cooler. I don't know why I didn't read it, but thank you for the 420. Metal cooler.